to the National Lacrosse League on the NLL Network. We are inside the Lumberyard, the Rose Garden in Portland, Oregon, as tonight the defending 2008 Western Division champion Portland LumberJax welcome in the Philadelphia Wings. I'm Ryan Goff, flying solo tonight. Kyle Stanfield is not with us as we are getting set for an interdivision game between two teams looking to build up momentum the week before the All-Star break. Right now, the crowd at the Rose Garden is getting ready for the LumberJax to enter the Lumberyard. Let's watch with you. Welcome in again to the Lumberyard in the Rose Garden, Portland, Oregon tonight as the Philadelphia Wings visit the Portland LumberJax. The Wings coming in after a trip up north into Edmonton, Alberta that saw them defeat the Rush 14-9 last night, playing a doubleheader on the West Coast swing. The Wings come in 4-5 on the year, taking on 4-3 Portland. Philadelphia, a setback tonight as they're going to be without their all-star Jeff Schneider. The face-off and transition specialist, he'll be out of the lineup tonight. Has an upper body injury that he suffered last night in the win at Edmonton, the win that Philadelphia needed as they sit in fourth place. Coming into the road trip, 4 games back behind Buffalo in the East Division. Still the case as Buffalo won today 8-1, the record of the Bandits. Take a break and listen to the national anthem from the Rose Garden tonight. Jordan Bennett. This national anthem tonight as the Rose Garden is filled up quite nicely. Good Saturday evening to come out and check out a lacrosse game in the Pacific Northwest as Portland trails Calgary by 1.5 games currently. Today, the Roughnecks getting a victory over the New York Titans 12-10. It was a morning game. They had an opportunity to look earlier on the NLL network, and it was Calgary winning, improving to 6-2 and solidifying their lead in the West Division. There will be no chance of Portland tying up with Calgary heading into the All-Star game next weekend in Denver. For Portland, instead, they will focus on being above 500 for the first time at the All-Star break and improving to 5-3 overall. Would sit up about 1.5 games on top of the Colorado Mammoth, which do not play. We'll take a look at some of the other games going on throughout the National Lacrosse League, but first, let's take a look at the starting lineup right now. For the Philadelphia Wing, we mentioned Jeff Schneider out of the contest, so the Wings will be without the 6 goals and 17 assists of their All-Star from Calgary, Alberta. Instead, tonight starting Kyle Sweeney from Springfield, Pennsylvania. And Merrick Thompson has come off a tremendous game, the victory over the Rush yesterday. 14 goals scored, 6 of which were by Thompson, and he will get to start, the product of Stony Creek, Ontario. Sean Thompson tonight, 5 goals on his season, getting the start for Philadelphia with Thomas Hayek. He is the captain, yet to score a goal for Hayek, but he does have 5 assists. And tonight getting a start also Rob Van Beek, 2 goals, 5 assists on the year for the Vancouver, British Columbia native. And you have Brandon Miller in goal, played an outstanding game, stymied Edmonton last night. Not a whole lot the Rush could do as being able to get things done last night with Brandon Miller. You look at the screen above, Dallas Elliott, who is so important to the two franchises tonight, the all-time saves leader in National Lacrosse League history, will be inducted into the National Lacrosse League Hall of Fame next weekend in Denver, one of 2 inductees that will be making the Hall in 2009. As he played 15 seasons with the visitors tonight, Philadelphia, before moving over to Portland for 3 seasons. He now is a assistant coach on Derek Keenan's Portland LumberJax team. A man who has won and accomplished so many things, 4 championships, including back-to-back titles in 94 and 95 with Philadelphia, was a 9-time All-Pro, and also won 2 Champion Cup Most Valuable Players. And a treat at halftime tonight on the broadcast, as we have an interview with Dallas Elliott, some of the things that he's accomplished in his career, his excitement for the Hall of Fame, and in addition to that, just basically what he wants his Portland LumberJax to do. It'll be fun for Elliott, who will actually coach the West Division at the All-Star game in Denver 1 week from now. And when he does so, in net will be Portland's Matt Disher, who is voted to the All-Star game in Elliott's former position, a position that he mastered so well as you watch with us on the National Lacrosse League Network. Mostly with Philadelphia, 3 years spent with Portland. Elliott being honored tonight at the Rose Garden. The starting lineup for the Portland LumberJax, while you enjoy the tribute to Dallas Elliott, Tyler Codron gets to start tonight, the first-year man from British Columbia, with Scott Stewart, the 7-year vet with 4 goals on the year from Hamilton, Ontario. Pat Jones, the captain, 7-year vet, no goals, 4 assists so far this year from Ontario as well as Pat Jones. Orangeville, Ontario, Brody Merrill, 115 loose balls, the All-Star 3-year veteran, will get the start tonight for Portland, along with Richard Morgan, 6'8", the tallest man on the Portland LumberJax team, except for his brother David Morgan at 6'10". And Richard Morgan from British Columbia, the 5-year man with 3 goals, 3 assists on the year, getting the start. And in net tonight, Matt Disher, the All-Star, 10 years in the league, came over to Portland a year ago and helped play behind Dallas Elliott, get things going for the Western Division champions that lost to Buffalo in the Champions Club. And what Elliott was able to teach him has shown this year. Matt Disher from Arthur, Ontario, getting the start tonight for the Portland LumberJax. Continuing to watch the video above, but taking a look at the other scores from throughout the National Lacrosse League yesterday. Minnesota, a victory at Toronto. Back-to-back road games for the Swarm. Yesterday getting a victory over Toronto 13-10 before tonight dropping a 16-10 decision at Buffalo. So the Bandits improve to 8-1. Minnesota goes 3-6 and remains in the bottom of the West Division standings, with Edmonton a similar 3-6. Rochester was defeating Toronto last, we knew, 18-10. That game, I believe, has gone final. And then we mentioned Buffalo with the victory last night. They are currently trailing Minnesota 16-14, so I actually put that in wrong. The final tonight was actually Boston defeating San Jose 16-10. So Boston improves to 7-3, and San Jose falls to 3-5. Buffalo is 7-1 at the current moment, but in danger of losing the game, as Dallas Elliott now being received to a standing ovation at the Rose Garden.
I'd like to thank Angela Vizinovich and the LumberJax organization for bringing me here to Portland. I had some great years in Philadelphia, as a Philadelphia team and management. But I couldn't be happier to finish my playing career here in Portland. To start my coaching career in family. I can't think of a better way to thank you for your kindness and support than to do what I can to help bring a championship to Portland. That is my goal and promise to you. Thanks very much.
You'll hear at the halftime interview with Dallas how important championships are for him, and he wants to bring one to the Portland LumberJax, a team that he came to 3 years ago, well, 4 years ago now, when they were an expansion team heading into the National Lacrosse League. Let's get you the rest of those finals and make those corrections. Buffalo falls tonight to Minnesota, so the Swarm actually win 2 on the road back-to-back nights, getting a 16-15 victory over the Buffalo Bandits. Bandits fall to 7-2 on the year, only a half game above Boston, which is now 7-3. The Blazers getting a victory 16-10 over San Jose in Boston tonight. And Toronto downed by Rochester, the Nighthawks 18 and the Rock 10. So Rochester and Toronto flip spots in the bottom of the East Division standings. Rochester moves up to 5th with a 3-5 record. Toronto is now 2-7. The winner tonight will get its 5th win of the year. Will be Portland improving to 5-3, or the Wings of Philadelphia getting back to 500, 5-5, just in time for the All-Star break coming up next weekend. At center circle, Pat Jones will face off, and for Philadelphia, it's not going to be Jeff Schneider. Instead, Sean Thompson will be trying to pick up the face-offs and get control for the Philadelphia Wings, which will head right to left as you watch with us on the NLL Network. The Portland LumberJax in black, working left to right, and this game is underway with Portland winning the face-off momentarily, and now we'll scoop it back and get things started. Here we go from the Rose Garden tonight. Richard Morgan, big number 33, stands at 6'8" to start tonight, moves in position into the Philadelphia zone. Brandon Miller, the goalie, shot just off the mark to the right, does not go. Chase for the loose ball, picked up by Merrill in the corner, now stripped away. And fighting for it near side, the sticks come loose. Finally, Philadelphia able to pick it up with Rob Van Beek, bringing around to the backside of the cage. Portland's first possession comes up empty, and here comes Philadelphia into the Portland zone for the first time tonight. Passing back behind, looking for the shot, just missed. As Matt Disher makes the save for Portland. Forget bringing it back across in transition as a new man on the roster for Philadelphia. John Harrison is in as he came over from Toronto, playing for the Philadelphia Wings. Just scoreless, minute and a half in, and that one's going to score. Not entirely sure how it did, but bounces up and down off the back of Brandon Miller in goal and gives Portland an early 1-0 lead. Molosky scores the goal, tapped off a stick up in front, rolled over the left shoulder of Brandon Miller and gets the first goal. Portland leads 1-0, 13:30 to go, first quarter. Now Sweeney brings it across for Philadelphia as you enjoy the replay. His shot misses wide to the right. Transition, Merrill's got open field. Brody Merrill brings it up for Portland, passes it back. Molosky fakes left, kicks it back out of the Philadelphia zone as we return to live action from the Rose Garden. LumberJax 1 and Philadelphia 0. Ryan Powell has been dangerous this year. His shot will be low, saved by Miller. And in transition comes Philadelphia, trailing by 1 as the Wings are trying to pull back to 500 on the year. Philadelphia in the Portland side with 14 to shoot. Wind up low. Barely missed the left side of the net. A long rebound will carry all the way back across the line. Portland will take it off. Matt Giles will let it bounce over to Brandon Miller. Actually don't have officials tonight. Well, effort for those at halftime. Yeah, Peter Jacobs wearing jersey number 1 with Tim Campo out top. Far side is Conway, owes 12 goals to his name for Portland this year. To the near side, ball missed Campo. Got up, and Jacobs is in front, delivers it into the net on the left side. Peter Jacobs, his 10th of the year, scores the goal over the left shoulder of Brandon Miller. Portland leads 2-0, 12:30 to go in the first quarter. Like the jump off the back of the boards behind the net after the score. Philadelphia wins the faceoff and will work it into the Portland zone to our left. On the near side in the forward spot, you have Thompson up to the top, missed, rebound in front of the net. Disher made the stop, and out with it comes Portland. Stewart will start the break across midfield into the zone. He has 3-on-2, swings it to the left, falling and scoring. Three goals in the first 3 minutes for the Portland LumberJax. This one, Ryan Powell, his 10th of the year, as he is tripping, approaching the crease. And now Brandon Miller for Philadelphia, taking his time, a little shook up after the goal. See a replay, perhaps contact between he and Powell, as Powell on that 3-2 advantage for Portland on the break. Merrill flung it to him left side, and falling toward the net was Ryan Powell for his 10th goal of the year. He's able to bury it in, and now Miller is being attended to by the training staff of Philadelphia. Still on his knees to the right of his net. So they momentarily stall the face-off. Looks like there may have been a violation too. Perhaps charged against Philadelphia. Brandon Miller now stretching out after being attended to by his training staff. An unsportsmanlike conduct penalty going to be against Philadelphia. Will send to the box Steve Panarelli, the defenseman. So now you scored 3 goals in the first 3 minutes of the contest, and then you head to the penalty box. First power play opportunity for the Portland LumberJax this season, as they are 12th of 12 teams in power play goals scored. It's a big area of opportunity for the Portland LumberJax offense as they work 5-on-4 to the right side. Shot in front. Powell missed Miller. was able to make the save. Rebound out to Philadelphia. Near sideline, streaking down is Philadelphia as Patrick Heim brings it into the Portland zone. The PK unit comes on for Philadelphia, which trails 3-0. To the far side goes the rubber, and getting back to work is Philadelphia trying to get a little momentum offensively their side. Low shot, tried to skip it in, just overshot the goal. Rebound out to Forget. And Portland, about a minute into the penalty, an unsportsmanlike call against Panarelli, will go back to work with the one-man advantage. Conway's on the left side, Jacobs on the right, along with Peter Morgan. Molosky will point guard this thing out top. Far side in that corner is Ryan Powell, working against the square defense of Philadelphia. Molosky looks to wind up, doesn't. Here's Peter Morgan's shot, almost squeezed in. Miller can't find it, and he's able to put his stick and step on it inside the crease. Miller lost that for a little bit, but able to make the stop. 3-0 LumberJax on top of Philadelphia. 10:30 to go first quarter. Westervelt works it through the middle, far side. Westervelt cuts through the middle. He's now near side to the far side with the ball is Thompson, who had that 6-goal performance last night. Uses the pick, works it to the right side for Mitchell. Contact, Stewart pops it loose. There's 6 to shoot, now 5, winds up from the line and barely missed the goal. Disher let it scoop by. No fresh shot clock. Now here comes Merrill. He's got a 1-on-2 and wisely rounds it out. We'll wait for the help. Peter Morgan assists on both of the goals tonight for the LumberJax. Ryan Powell assisted Darren Molosky. Up top, Jacobs tries to go top shelf, doesn't go. Molosky, his rebound, nice save by Miller. To the near side, in traffic, out of the box is Panarelli. Whistle blows, and they'll give it back to Portland with 9:49 to go, and we have our first timeout on the field. 9:49 to go first quarter, Portland 3 and Philadelphia 0. You are watching the NLL on the NLL Network. Tonight's game is brought to you in part by wallu.com. Decorate your home or office with a light-sided decal of the logo of your favorite National Lacrosse League team. Show your team pride with a team decal exclusively from Wallu. For more information, visit wallu.com. That's wall-u.com. And coming soon, decals of your favorite NLL players. Check it out at wallu.com. Derek Molosky gets a goal. We mentioned Ryan Powell getting that third one. In between there, Pete Jacobs scores. 3 goals in the first 3 minutes gives Portland a 3-0 edge over the top of the Philadelphia Wings tonight, as Portland comes in having won 3 straight games, trying to extend that to 4 heading into the All-Star break. Philadelphia opens up after the timeout with possession. Giles around the top, swings it to the far side. Philadelphia knocked down near side, and that will cause a violation. And actually will give it back to the Portland LumberJax. Portland leading 3-0. Going back to work offensively. An illegal pick called on the trip down for Philadelphia. Gives it back to Portland, which now has 15 to shoot. Campo puts it wide to the right in front of Brandon Miller, the goalkeeper. Inside, there's Campo again trying to lasso it through with the underhand effort. Does not go. Approaching the 9-minute mark with Philadelphia regaining possession. Cross midfield, trailing 3-0, as the LumberJax have already put it into the pads of Brandon Miller 8 times, 3 of which have gotten past him into the goal. The lead for Portland, 3-0. Philadelphia, long rebound, brings it back out. Going back to work, in traffic. To the top, Disher makes the stop. The Disher comes in to tonight. 4 wins to his credit, and an 81% save percentage. Miller, a 77% save percentage. He will knock that one down on the Portland offering. Nice work by Jacobs to try to keep it going. And then a violation will be called against Portland. Molosky throwing his head back. And it looks appear that Derek Molosky will be heading to the penalty box for the Portland LumberJax. Oh, no, it says it's going to be against Philadelphia. And Molosky will bring it across, withholding the call against Philadelphia. Patrick Heim will head to the penalty box. Second power play opportunity for Portland. They did not score the last time out. We mentioned one of the worst, actually the worst power play scoring team in the NLL this year. Trying to go around the back up to the top. Conway's got an open lane, doesn't use it. Molosky in the 9 to shoot, tries to push it over to the far side. Powell. Portland on the power play behind the net. 4, now 3. Molosky over the top, hit the glass behind the net, and Philadelphia will come out with it. Good contact, but breaking through is Levine. Jordan Levine starts to break. We'll pitch it back. Sweeney's to the left. Receiving the ball will be Wales. Kyle Walls, W-A-L-L-E-S, with Giles out top. And through the middle goes Ethan Iannucci, who last year set a record for most goals in a season, but had a knee injury. You see he wears that brace on his right knee. This is his second full game back. Make that his third after playing Edmonton last night. Whistle blows. Well, shot clock violation as Iannucci toss up. He'll head back to the bench as Portland, with 7 minutes to go first quarter, and a 3-0 lead goes back into the Philadelphia zone. Richard Morgan will get out. Peter Morgan comes in at top. You have Conway. Stroop on the far side corner. Near side, that looks like Molosky working against the defense of Philadelphia. Still on the power play is Portland. Conway trying to chase down the rebound after the shot. Good collision on the far side boards. Coming out with it and almost held. Up to the top. Molosky will score. What had appeared to be a Molosky possible penalty, instead it was called against Philadelphia. It gets the power play going, and Molosky was the one who made good on it. His second goal of the night makes it 4-0 with 6.5 to go first quarter, and Portland has possession again, trying to center the pass, and it's poked away into the net of Miller. Running the near side is Pirelli, and will stop with 24 to shoot, and instead set up the offense. Westervelt goes to the far side, cuts through the middle as the ball got thrown to the far side. To the near side, Westervelt receives it there, trying around the corner, tuck it under just wide to the left. Disher did not have to make the save. Only 4 shots on the mark tonight for Philadelphia, which trails 4-0. 6 minutes remaining in the first period. As Molosky full strides to the near side, spins to his right, trying to battle against Van Beek. Being punished on the near side. Now cuts through the middle. He has room. Miller makes the stop with the stick. Didn't really see it coming in. The 11th shot by Portland. Make it now 12. Yields no result. Irwin, near side, will change off as he gets help from the back way. Van Beek make that Walls on the far side with Giles through the middle. Up the top, Iannucci swings it over to Thompson. Thompson quiet so far. Trying to center it in. It's an unforced error. Taken away by Portland. Forget came out with it. Stewart will bring it across midfield, and Portland, approaching 5 minutes to go first quarter, looks to extend its 4-0 lead over Philadelphia at the Rose Garden. Ryan Goff along with you on the NLL Network. Another trip down, just scored a couple of moments ago on the power play. Shot in front, Stewart saved. Oh, nice collision behind the net. Philadelphia comes out with it, and will start the break. Hustle across midfield, but stopping. Good job by Portland to catch up. Here comes a big wide with the right hand. Hit the back of the net after missing wide. That was Harrison. John Harrison in his 6th season from Edmonton, Alberta, back in the Pacific Northwest, facing Portland. Played with Toronto a year ago, but missed that shot just to the left. Disher has not had many things he's had to contest tonight. Only 4 shots on goal against the Portland goaltender. 4:20 to go, first quarter, 4-0 Portland. They have 4 to shoot. That's Peter Morgan. His effort won't go. out in front. Here comes the break. Quickly checking his mirrors. Giles bring it across. Excuse me, that's Levine. Giles will come out to help as Levine pitches it away. Into the far side. Up to Iannucci, just outside of his reach. Philadelphia, can they chase it down? And here at midfield, saves and tosses it back into the zone. And it'll be picked up by Condren. Portland will get control. Philadelphia has not had many good offensive sets once in the Portland zone tonight. That's why they trail 4-0. Richard Morgan, no one picks him up, tries to work to the net. Good effort to keep from a shot in front of Brandon Miller. In the Philadelphia net tonight has allowed 4 goals on 13 shots, make it go wide. 5 goals now for Portland. Brandon Miller gets set. Nice little give and go action. Just tucked it under the 5-hole for Peter Morgan. Morgan scores his first goal tonight. Miloski has 2. Jacobs, Pell, and Peter Morgan each with 1. 5-0 Portland, 3:37 to go first quarter. As Philadelphia has looked rough off that win last night at Edmonton, is coming to the Rose Garden tonight, has not been able to produce so far. Jeff Schneider not doing the faceoffs tonight. Instead, Sean Thompson will battle it out with Jamison Custerer. Working against the turf, trying to get the ball out. Forget had it. It's taken away by Philadelphia. 2-on-1 break. Philadelphia near side will take the shot. Hyatt saved by Matt Disher. And Condren will chase it down. Nice work by Hyatt, the captain of the Philadelphia squad, looking for a scoring opportunity, but doesn't get it to go in the net. Still a 0 on the board for Philadelphia. Down 5 with 3 minutes to go first quarter. Conway to the near side, works it around the backside of the net. Keeps things with 12 seconds, now 10 to Miloski on the near side. There's Peter Morgan on the doorstep. Instead they kick it back to the far side. Morgan's behind the net with 4, now 3, trying to reach it over the top, and he scoops it in. Portland's 6th goal of the opening period gives the LumberJax a 6-0 lead. What an acrobatic move. You either got to be lucky or good. The challenge flag is out on this one. It ping-ponged off one of the Philadelphia players through the legs of Brandon Miller in net. And now the yellow hanky will come out from the Philadelphia bench, as Dave Huntley wants to have the officials take another look at the goal that, if stands, makes Peter Morgan and the Portland LumberJax a 6-0 leader in this contest. Let's go ahead and take a break as we're under 5 minutes to play in the first quarter. 2:55 to go. You can watch the replays while we're gone. LumberJax 5-0 if the goal stands, 6-0 from the Rose Garden tonight. You are watching the National Lacrosse League on the NLL Network. Tonight's game is brought to you in part by Sirius Satellite Radio. Discover 120 channels of nonstop sports talk and 100% commercial-free music. Sirius is also home of the NLL Game of the Week. Next weekend, it's the NLL All-Star Game live on Saturday at 9 o'clock Eastern Time, 6 Pacific. Sirius Satellite Radio. Discover again. The challenge from Philadelphia will yield the Wings a stop. Peter Morgan's goal will not count, as he stepped in the area, did not get out in time to put the goal over the top. And now the under 5-minute timeout is called for on the field. Portland leading 5-0 after the potential 6th goal was waved off. So that stands as a 5-0 lead for Portland, which is trying to win its 5th game of the year and its 4th straight. 4-3 currently 2nd place in the West Division. Cannot catch Calgary as the Roughnecks tonight, or earlier this morning, defeated New York 12-10. New York had a rough 3rd quarter, allowed 3 goals, did not put any in the net themselves. And as a result, New York falls to 5-5, remains in 3rd. A victory tonight by Philadelphia will even their record at 5-5 as well. Portland LumberJax dancers out. Recap 1st quarter so far. Derek Molosky opens up with a goal, minute 14 into the contest. And then Peter Jacobs and Ryan Powell for Portland would score 30 seconds apart from one another. As only 3 minutes into the game, Portland led 3-0. Peter Morgan assisting on 3 of the first 5 goals, 2 of the first 3. His 3rd coming on an assist to Derek Molosky on the power play that got Portland up 4-0. And then Peter Morgan would score himself with an assist from Corey Conway and Ryan Powell with about 4.5 minutes remaining. And then he would have had another one, but stepped in the area, could not keep his momentum over the top. Only about 4 seconds to shoot before he was able to put it over the top, bounce off a Philadelphia defender and through the legs of the goalkeeper, Brandon Miller, who is 3-4 this year, has saved 220 shots, 78%, heading into the weekend before the Edmonton game last night. A victory for Philadelphia, 14-9 in Alberta, where Miller saved 39 of his 48 shots, only allowed 9 goals in the victory. That put Philadelphia to a 4-5 record. Still 2:55 to go, 1st period. It's the last time we were at the Rose Garden. Portland, in fact, the last time they played was at the Rose Garden 3 weeks ago. A big layoff for the Portland LumberJax. A 16-13 victory over the Stealth of San Jose. They are completely healthy, not the case for Philadelphia, who last night lost Jeff Schneider, the all-star face-off and transition player, not playing tonight with an upper body injury sustained in the 14-9 victory last night at Edmonton. Get you caught up with all the scores early 2nd quarter. Right now, 2.5 minutes to go in the 1st. A poor-looking shot by Philadelphia. They'll have another chance at it with 7 to shoot now. 5 rolls in. Oh, Disher got his pad on it with the right leg. Otherwise, that may have gone in for Harrison. 2:19 to go, 5-0 Portland on top. Jacobs receives it, kicks it back to the line. Campo, the trailer, battling through the middle. Conway runs across, and here comes Stroop. Now here's a pick. Jacobs, he's got room. Helmet flies. A delayed penalty coming up against Philadelphia. Campo behind the net with 6. Now 5 over the top, missed Stroop. They're going to chase it to the midline, but with 2-1, a shot. That was a pretty good-looking shot from Conway that hit the stick of the goalkeeper Miller. But Philadelphia, for the 3rd time tonight, will head to the penalty box, and this 2-minute violation will span the rest of the minute 53 in the 1st quarter. So Portland on a power play to close out the opening period of the contest. This one going to be a charge to Rob Van Beek. Portland LumberJax fans telling him to take a seat, as they do with the PA guy. Does a great job here at Portland, keeping the crowd involved. One of the better crowds for a National League lacrosse game in Portland this year. Peter Morgan up top on the power play. They scored on the last one. Are 1 of 2 tonight in 3 opportunities. Now with this latest one by Van Beek, lost the ball behind the net. Now Philadelphia will have an opportunity to run some time off the 1st quarter clock and the rest of the penalty, as Panarelli in space. Through the open field comes Philadelphia. Iannucci, I don't even think has a shot on goal so far tonight. In fact, Philadelphia has only put 5 in the direction of Disher. Iannucci receives it, make that Westervelt over the top. Iannucci winds up just wide to the left. Shot clock violation against Portland. No, it's tipped off a stick of one of the LumberJax, so a fresh shot clock for Philadelphia. Good, as they are under a minute to go on the power play in the quarter. Here's a shot just over the top. chased it all the way out to midfield. It was tipped by Portland, and so Philadelphia will get it back. 45 seconds and counting. Westervelt brings it across over the top. Iannucci, nice front by Custerer to prevent Iannucci from getting it on the doorstep. Coming the other way is Portland. They'll have 33 seconds with which to work. About a 8-second differential between the game clock and shot clock, which ticks under 20 seconds to go now as Portland gets their offense set in the corners. Working against Philadelphia. Molosky backpedaling, spins it back behind. Jacobs finding the runner in front. Just over the top was Conway. Ball is free with 4. Now 3. Jacobs can't get it to go. And now 8-7. Philadelphia bring it across. Sweeney's going to have an opportunity. Kyle Sweeney with 4. Now 3. Tosses it back. You got to shoot. Here's Giles over the top. Barely missed the crossbar. And our first quarter has come to a close. From the Rose Garden, Portland has pitched a shutout, not allowing a goal in the opening period, as Philadelphia has only been able to put 5 shots at the net of Portland, the same amount that Portland has put past Brandon Miller. 5 goals on 18 shots, and Portland leads 5-0 at the end of the first. This copyright telecast of the National Lacrosse League Incorporated may not be retransmitted, reproduced, or rebroadcast without the express written consent of the National Lacrosse League. Through the first quarter, Portland 5 and Philadelphia 0. You are watching the National Lacrosse League on the NLL Network. Start of the second quarter from the Rose Garden. First time Portland has shut out an opponent in the first quarter since April of 2006. Ended up being an 11-7 victory over the Edmonton Rush. And for Portland, 2 goals from Derek Molosky, Ryan Powell, Pete Jacobs, and Peter Morgan contribute 3 others as a fight for the faceoff. Portland will head right to left in the second quarter, leading 5-0. Philadelphia works the opposite way, which I'm not entirely sure Brenson Irwin was aware of. He kind of gets knocked down near side as he started a reverse field and then headed back to the right toward the Portland zone. 20 seconds to shoot. Plenty of time for Philadelphia on this possession. Only 6 shots on goal in the first quarter for Philadelphia. They also had 3 penalties, but that's the first goal, opening up the second quarter as Kyle Wales able to put it through. For the first time tonight, Philadelphia scores and quiets the Rose Garden crowd. Portland 5 and Philadelphia 1 on the first goal tonight. Face off at center circle. Nice windup and 6th goal of the year. So I called him Walls in that first quarter. Smaller print made me think that other I was an L. My apologies there. Kyle Wales, the second-year man from Ontario, played at Brown, gets the first goal tonight for Philadelphia, which trails 5-1. Portland's first possession. Ryan Powell, no one stopped him. He's going to go to the net into the pads of Miller. Rebound Philadelphia. they'll start hoofing it the other way. Through the open field, across the line, goes Levine. Philadelphia sets things up near side. Across the top. Wales give it to him again, right into the chest of Disher. Nice save. But a second chance coming up for Philadelphia on the rebound. That's Mitchell. Through traffic, over the top, and squeezes it in the upper left corner of the net, over the right shoulder of Matt Disher. So much like in the first quarter when Portland scored 2 goals within 30 seconds of each other, Philadelphia does likewise, and in the second quarter closes the gap to 5-2. Portland just 90 seconds into the second quarter. Nice work over the top, just spins back to his left and just puts it over the top. Sure, Disher couldn't see much, almost a screenshot over the top. You couldn't see through the crowd. Now Stewart will get the popped out ball, bring it into the Philadelphia zone. If he's going to score, he's going to beat 4 people to do so. Said backs it out and will give things back to his offensive set as he heads over the wall for Portland. Molosky at the top, flips it behind the back. Morgan, Conway, he'll wind up. Nope, didn't see a lane. Instead, they keep it alive. 10 to shoot, just wide as Stroop was to the left of the net. 8, now 7. This is Conway off the side and goes through. Conway scores for the 13th time this year. Ricochets it off the left bar. And Brandon Miller's net answers the first 2 goals, and it's Scorefest 2009. 3 goals combined between Philadelphia and Portland to open the first 2 minutes of the second quarter. Portland leads 6-2. Philadelphia wins the faceoff after goals by Kyle Wales and David Mitchell. For Mitchell, it's his 6th goal of the year. Thompson's been very quiet. Merrick Thompson had 6 goals last night at Edmonton. He's out at the top. The ball not near him. Shot missed to the right. 5 to shoot now in front. Collision between David Morgan and Wales will run out the shot clock. Philadelphia will have to retreat to Portland. 12.5 to go, second quarter. LumberJax on top of Philadelphia 6-2. Forget, a little up and back, will give it up. Swing it over to the far side. Will exit. Peter Morgan will come on for him. Stewart slowly gets into that double team to the near side. Tries to go around the top. He breaks it free, but the ball came loose. Powell has a chance with 5. Now 4, 3. Will he just ditch it? He will. He'll lob it over the top of the net into the near side corner. And Philadelphia will take over with 11 minutes and 50 seconds remaining in second quarter. Philadelphia 2 goals in this period. Wales and Mitchell trying to tuck it underneath. Closing the legs. No 5-hole for Disher. 22nd shot tonight on the Portland goalkeeper. Only the 10th one on the Portland goalkeeper tonight. Only 2 have squeezed in. Conway has not yet entered the Philadelphia zone yet. Portland's going to have to do a rapid possession here as the clock ticks under 10 seconds to go to shoot. Now 5, 4, Powell to the left side. 3, 2. He'll just have to ditch it. A throwaway possession by the LumberJax, maintaining that 4-goal advantage. Heim comes to the sideline with Merrick Thompson out front. Philadelphia wearing the white. It's a travel second trip to a West Division team after beating Edmonton 14-9 last night. Shot attempt stolen away, and David Morgan's going to run the floor, flip it up to Brody Merrill. Look like the Portland Trailblazers on that fast break. To Conway. As Merrill will retreat. Merrill's heading to the All-Star game with Matt Disher, starters for the West Division. At halftime, we'll talk about that All-Star game coming up next week in Denver. 7 to shoot for Portland with a 6-2 lead. Conway, nice little give and go. Stroop in front, hit the crossbar. New shot clock. Portland will get it back. Stroop will pick it up off the carpet and get it behind the net for his teammate Conway, who just scored a goal a moment ago. As Portland's only goal in the second period. Centering pass, missed the target, Peter Morgan. Jacobs has a shot at, trying to brace himself, and is shoved from behind. Portland will keep it on their end, and whistles blow. We've reached the 10-minute mark of the second quarter. Portland 6 and Philadelphia 2 with 9:56 to go in the second quarter. You're watching the National Lacrosse League on the NLL Network. We're just 1 week away from the National Lacrosse League's All-Star Game on March 7th at Pepsi Center in Denver. All-Star Weekend begins on Friday, March 6th with a Fan Fest and All-Star Skills Competition. Then on Saturday, the NLL Hall of Fame will induct Jim Veltman and Dallas Eliuk in the afternoon, with the All-Star Game later in the evening. For tickets to all events, visit coloradomammoth.com or call 303-405-1101, 303-405-1101. A reminder, at halftime, we'll have an opportunity to chat with Dallas Eliuk, the former Philadelphia Wings goalkeeper, who was traded to Portland 4 years ago, is now an assistant coach for Derek Keenan's squad. And we had an opportunity to talk to him, getting set for his induction coming up next week. Back to live action. Portland will start after the timeout with possession. A fresh shot clock to work to the left as Ryan Powell, who has a goal, throws it in the pads, missed the rebound, and Heim was able to come out with it. Conway stole it away to Powell near side. A fresh shot clock for Portland, leading 6-2. Powell has a goal tonight. Derek Molosky, the only player tonight for either team to have multiple goals, sets the pick at top for Peter Morgan. Near side with 15 to shoot. Ryan Powell taking his time. Here's the top. Nice save. Miller deflected to the far side, but Portland gets another chance at it. This is about a minute and a half long possession. 3 tries now for Portland. LumberJax wearing the home black yellow trim. Will flip it behind the back. Conway almost scored with that. Miller makes the save, as he's now had to stop it 19 times on 25 shot attempts from Portland. Under 9 to play second quarter. LumberJax 6, Wings 2. Portland defending to the right against Philadelphia. Ethan Iannucci been fairly quiet so far, wearing that big right knee brace. It's in the middle of the pack to Mitchell right side. His windup just missed to the left. Mitchell does have a goal tonight. Fresh shot clock as a rebound by Harrison. Chases to the left side. Around the top on the doorstep. Shot just missed. Wow, Philadelphia had a good chance there. David Morgan's on the turf for Portland, trying to get away. Forjay grabbing on to Philadelphia's David Mitchell, and I think he's going to be either called for, he's going to be called for a violation. We'll give it back to Philadelphia. A good scoring opportunity in front for John Harrison. Back to work goes A.J. Shannon, number 8 for Philadelphia. Windup just missed Kyle Wales. To the far side, Merrill gets it. Disher makes a save, but a delayed penalty. Philadelphia is going to get their first power play opportunity of the evening. As to the box will head one of the Portland players. Looks like it's going to be the transition man, Brody Merrill. Attention Wings fans, your next home game is Saturday, March 14th, when the Philadelphia Wings host the Minnesota Swarm at Wachovia Center. Game time 7:30 p.m. For tickets and more information, visit the team's official website, wingslax.com. That's wingslax.com. 6-2, Portland leads Philadelphia, under 8 to play until halftime. in traffic, centering pass knocked around. Portland, one man down for the first time tonight. Have had the man advantage 3 times, have only scored once. Iannucci to the left side. That's Thompson in front. Disher able to chase it down. And Portland opportunity to start to kill this penalty. Ryan Goff along with you on a Saturday night in the Pacific Northwest. Portland hosting Philadelphia, the second of back-to-back games for Philadelphia. Stewart in front for Portland. Swung from behind, breaking it up. Irwin, Stewart gets it back, tries to scoop it. Great read by the goalkeeper, Miller. And that's not Miller. Instead, they have Blaisdell in there. Rob Blaisdell in. Nice work over there on the Portland side. Have to check in. I'm thinking Miller was still in there. Miller wears 36. Now Blaisdell in, who has an 0-1 record on the year, saved 75% of his shots in 2009. At the top is Thompson trying to score on the power play, and he does, squeezing it by Matt Disher right side. And Philadelphia cuts the lead in half, down 6-3. Nice work up front. Big windup and delivery as Thompson's able to score his 7th goal on the road trip. Now 22 overall. He's the leading scorer for Philadelphia this year. Philadelphia shut out in the first quarter, now has 3 goals with 6:50 remaining in the second quarter. Now whistles blow on the face-off, and the give's going to go to Portland, which gets the man back after the power play. Brody Merrill was there, and we're going to have a fisticuff. That's Forget for Portland, and John Harrison going at it on the right side of midfield. Big right hand, Harrison answers. Harrison getting at it, they're going with the right hands. Good contact between the two. Luke Forget tangling up, and he's going to go down. Get that frustration out early at the Rose Garden. We're still in the first half. But Luke Forget and John Harrison are going to go to the penalty box after a little bit of a fisticuff. It's watching San Jose and Boston battle it out earlier in Boston. And San Jose, when they were here about 3 weeks ago, got into a bunch of conflicts with Portland. And I wasn't surprised to see San Jose tie it up with Boston earlier. And now Philadelphia doing the same with Portland late in the first half. Thomas Hajek, the Philadelphia captain, appealing his team's view of what happened just a moment ago. And it kind of gives us a moment and break in play. Portland 6 goals tonight, 2 of which are from Derek Molosky. But Philadelphia has outscored Portland in period number 2, 3-1. Opened up with a goal from Kyle Wales just a half a minute in. An unassisted goal from David Mitchell a minute later. Here's Ryan Powell scoring for Portland. Nope. Tried to pass it off over to Peter Morgan, who couldn't handle it. And then Corey Conway would score for Portland. At that point it was 6-2, now 6-3. After the last goal from Philadelphia, Merrick Thompson, his 7th goal of this road trip, had 6 last night against Edmonton. He has it at the top with 10 seconds to shoot. Swings it over near side, uses the screen. Mitchell cuts back to his right. He lost it with 4-3. He's being harassed. Codron may not let him get it off. In front, it's going to be knocked away. Saved by Disher. Actually, for Portland, Matt Yeager was the one who was doing a good defensive job, and he now has it into the Philadelphia zone. Portland leading 6-3, approaching the 5-minute mark of quarter number 2. Each team with a man on the box because of fighting. Shot, Portland can't get it through. In transition comes Levine. The New York product swings it to the far side. Oh no, an error. Lost control of it was Thompson. Portland takes it away, but in trouble is David Morgan. Big bunch of LumberJax and wings that far side. That was Richard Morgan. David Morgan comes out with it, and then a whistle blows. That's going to give the possession back to Philadelphia. They'll head to the right. Earlier today, Calgary defeated New York 12-10. And as a result, will keep their lead in the West Division regardless of what happens tonight. Great shots out front, 3 opportunities at it. And finally lighting the lamp was Philadelphia on the 3rd effort in front of Disher. Replay being shown, but it's now 6-4 as Wales able to put it in over the top on the 3rd opportunity in front of the Portland net. Kyle Wales, his 2nd goal for Philadelphia. Get a replay in a moment if we can, but a couple of shots in front of Disher just couldn't keep up with the pace of the rebounds. And then almost a wrestling takedown over the top. And in the middle of that was Thompson. He's a little slow to get up. Merrick Thompson kind of came in late. Here's the replay. So we watch it. Wales, nice low, then goes high, puts it over the top just under the crossbar in front of Matt Disher for his 2nd goal tonight. That's Thompson who's down, holding his left hamstring. The face-off looked a lot like a wrestling match. As actually next door to the Rose Garden in Portland is the state Kyle Stanfield is. He usually tag teams the broadcast with me when the NLL is in Portland. Memorial Coliseum, the old home of the Portland Trailblazers, is still next door. Use that facility a lot for a lot of high school activities and some of the Portland Winterhawks games as well. For a hockey, LumberJax play all of their games this season inside the Rose Garden, as after tonight's contest in the All-Star game, Portland makes a road trip, heads to Buffalo on March 21st for a 4:30 showdown with the Bandits before a home-and-home with San Jose. It starts at the Shark Tank in San Jose on the 28th before returning back to the Rose Garden on the 29th. For Philadelphia, they take on Portland tonight, have a break until the 14th of March when they host the Swarm of Minnesota, and then host Colorado 2 weeks after that before making a road trip back to New York for a home-and-home with the Titans, returning back to Philadelphia on the 5th, finish out with Toronto and then at Rochester. Good schedule for Philadelphia as they have 4 of their next 6 games at home. Merrick Thompson will check out, still being attended to by the Philadelphia staff. Philadelphia gets possession of it, trailing 6-4 with 5:11 to go, 2nd quarter, trailing the LumberJax. And Philadelphia, what a great job shooting. Almost 15 shots on goal in the 2nd quarter with 17 to shoot. Try to go low. Disher, rebound out in front, able to keep it with his stick. Will pass it up. Portland will start the break. Scott Stewart enters the Philadelphia zone across the line, tapped out, and he gets shoved down and is going to get going after by Irwin. Into the corner, Ryan Powell trying to pick up the garbage, spinning to his right with 10, uses the pick from Stewart. Far side, Peter Morgan, big windup, saved by Blaisdell. And on the rebound, whistle blows. And a violation at the 4:29 mark of the 2nd quarter. Penalty against Philadelphia. A cross-check going to be charged to Brenson Irwin. And for the 4th time tonight, a power play for Portland on the 5th Philadelphia penalty. 4:29 to go, 2nd quarter. Portland 6 and Philadelphia 4 will break away. You're watching the National Lacrosse League on the NLL Network. Tonight's game is brought to you in part by Reebok. Join the revolution with Reebok's new 9K O-Tech handle and 9K head. Performance engineered, technology-driven, NLL proven. Your move, Reebok Lacrosse. Visit InsideLacrosse.com/Reebok for all the new Reebok lacrosse gear and more information. Reebok is a proud partner of the National Lacrosse League. Following tonight's game, the next Portland LumberJax home game is on Sunday, March 29th, when the Jacks host the San Jose Stealth here at the Rose Garden. Game time is 3 p.m. Come on down and be part of the Lumberyard. Tickets start at just $10. For more information, call 503-797-9739 or visit PortlandJax.com. Portland leading Philadelphia 6-4. 4:22 to go, second quarter. At the top, Conway receives it there from Molosky. You have Peter Morgan to the far side with Jacobs. Behind the net is Ryan Powell. 13 to shoot over the top, just missed Jacobs. Bouncing rebound picked up by Derek Molosky. Up to Conway. He'll shoot just over the top, miss. Oh, rebound almost went past Blaisdell. He was in the Philadelphia goal after Brandon Miller started tonight, but allowed a 5-0 lead by Portland. Has since been pulled, and in comes Rob Blaisdell for Philadelphia. A.J. Shannon, who's been fairly quiet tonight, is the forward on the right side. Popped out. Portland, did they poke it loose? They did, and Richard Morgan has a break. Brody Merrill behind. Whistles are blowing as Richard Morgan was heading full steam to the cage of Philadelphia, and Portland does not like the stoppage of play. A delayed penalty is going to send another Portland Lumberjack to the box. So you have David Morgan in there now. They try to show what he did on the cutter there. Going to go ahead and hold, impeding the progress for the centering pass there. So 2 men in the Portland Lumberjacks box as we are back to 4-on-4. Portland leading Philadelphia 6-4 with 3:20 to go in the second quarter. Philadelphia, better second quarter after having a horrible first quarter. In front, nice save. Merrick Thompson stumped by Matt Disher. Stumped, the analogy they use in Portland, playing off the Lumberjacks name. But what Disher's able to do in the goal. All-star Matt Disher tonight with 21 saves. Make that 19 saves, allowing 4 goals by Philadelphia tonight. Portland offensively with 19 to shoot, trying to lob it over for Peter Morgan. Conway chases it down, clock down to 7. In the middle, nope, they'll give it back to Peter Morgan. Finds Molosky in front, goes high, and bounces it off and scores. The 10-year man, Derek Molosky, scores his 3rd goal tonight and extends the Portland lead to 7-4. A season high for Molosky. 7-4, Portland leads Philadelphia under 3 to play in the second quarter. Reminder at halftime, an interview with former Philadelphia and Portland goalkeeper Dallas Elliott, who will be inducted to the Hall of Fame next week. Right now, an assistant coach for Portland. His team leading Philadelphia 7-4. Late second quarter, 2:20 remaining. As Molosky scores his 9th goal of the year, but a season-high 3-in-1 game, and all in the first half for Molosky. 5 seconds to shoot. Ryan Powell pestered behind. Nice look. Brody Merrill. And a great save by Rob Blaisdell, as Merrill was wide open with a nice effort, a nice dish from behind the net. Does not score. Philadelphia with an opportunity. A good timely possession needed here from the Philadelphia Wings, trailing 7-4. You have Giles out on top, captain in this possession. Thompson, who has a goal, was shaken up, but now back in the game. Wales has 2 goals. Missed it there, but able to retrieve it with 6 to shoot. Low shot, missed. Nice rebound by Richard Morgan. He'll feed it out for Merrill. David Morgan out of the box, will come to help. He's open left side. Will be patient, will not take the shot. Instead, gives it up to his brother, Peter Morgan. 13 to shoot for Portland, leading by 3 with 1:10 to go in the second quarter. Pick play set up, Conway and Stroop. 5, now 4. Peter Morgan just may ditch this. Conway with 1, shot clock winds out. He'll ditch it into the far corner. For Philadelphia, they'll have a minute to work with as Levine brings it up to the top. Feeds it into the Portland zone to the far side. Has Giles there. Mitchell missed it. Now goes into the stands over the top of the glass. That part of the glass that angles up to the rounded part in the end. Just barely over that in the crowd. Everyone appears to have been awake over on that side, but a turnover gives it to Portland. They have 38 seconds to try to double up the lead to 8-4. Right now up by a count of 7-4 with Ryan Powell, Malosky, Campo, Conway, and Peter Morgan. 5, now 4. Peter Morgan in front. Save Blaisdell. Loose ball picked up off the field by Philadelphia, and whistles blow with 18.1 seconds remaining, and a timeout is called for by the Philadelphia Wings. Actually going to show scores, so we do that. I was going to recap the first half, but actual opportunity to keep the Jumbotron and my commentary in sync. Scores from earlier: Calgary extends its West Division lead, improved to 6-2 with a 12-10 victory tonight at New York. Buffalo falls at home to Minnesota. The Swarm back-to-back wins. San Jose loses at Boston 16-10. Rochester an 18-10 winner over the Rock of Toronto. And so that flip-flops them in the bottom of the East Division standings. Rochester improves to 3-5. Toronto falls to 2-7. Buffalo a half-game lead heading into the All-Star break over the Blazers of Boston. Then New York a 5-5 record. If Philadelphia wins tonight, they will even themselves up with Philadelphia, and New York will remain ahead in the tiebreaker, having defeated the Wings 15-12 earlier in February. But a home-and-home, a much important home-and-home coming up in April for Philadelphia. 12 seconds and counting in the second quarter. Shot save. Disher in front. Philadelphia did not waste anything. They'll have 5 seconds. Swinging it out, looking for Merrill. He can't pick it up. 2, now 1. Merrill cannot get to it before the clock expires. Portland leads at the end of the first half. Portland 7 and Philadelphia 4. After one half of play tonight in the Rose Garden, Portland, Oregon. We'll go ahead and break away. A halftime report is coming next. An interview with Dallas Eliuk, who's going to be inducted to the NLL Hall of Fame next weekend in Denver. 7-4, Portland leads Philadelphia. You are watching the National Lacrosse League on the NLL Network. Welcome back to tonight's presentation on the National Lacrosse League on the NLL Network. Our halftime report is brought to you in part by Reebok Lacrosse. Performance engineered, technology driven, NLL proven. Your move, Reebok Lacrosse. And by SiriusXM, with the most live sports, news, talk, and entertainment. Everything worth listening to is now on SiriusXM. And by NLLProShop.com, your official online home for authentic apparel, merchandise, and Reebok Lacrosse equipment. Visit NLLProShop.com today. Dallas Eliuk, former Philadelphia Wings goaltender, 15 seasons, saw him win 4 Champions Cups with the Wings. Going to be inducted in the Hall of Fame. Now a assistant coach on the Portland LumberJax squad, and we had an opportunity to catch up with Dallas and see what it's going to be like to be inducted to the Hall of Fame. But right now, how he's feeling as being a coach instead of a player.
Yeah, I'm a little better rested as a coach. As a goaltender, when we practice, normally we practice the night before. And after a practice, your adrenaline's going and you're all fired up, so you don't get to bed until late, and then you're up bright and early for shoot-around. So as a coach, I'm sleeping a little better these days.
A big thing coming up for you next week. Congratulations on being inducted to the Hall of Fame. What was it like for you when you were told that that was going to happen?
I mean, it hasn't yet registered. You know, as a player, you want to win championships, and I guess, I mean, it's a great honor, needless to say, to be inducted into the Hall of Fame. It's what some people consider the pinnacle of any athlete's career. It is a great honor. I'm excited to be there. You know, it'll be a lot of fun. All the players will be in town for the All-Star game, so I'm looking forward to it.
You have decades committed to this game. When you started, things were young for you. I mean, what kind of expectations did you have of what you could accomplish within the lacrosse game because of all the things that have changed over those decades?
Well, I think like most young boys, you'll want to play a professional sport. For me, it was lacrosse, and when I was signed as a free agent in Philadelphia back in '91, you know, my goal was to win a championship because the junior intermediate rankings in Canada, you know, once you get to be an adult, you realize that that's all nice, but what really is important is to win that championship trophy as a professional athlete. So my goal was to win a Champions Cup at that time, and it took a few years in Philadelphia to win that first one. And, you know, you'd think that, okay, that's great. I won my championship, but when you get the taste of winning, you want more. So, you know, that was my goal to obviously to be a champion, to be the best, to be on the best team that there is in the game. And it was a great feeling in Philadelphia to be able to do that 4 times.
We really wanted to have you on tonight because the fact the Wings are coming to the Rose Garden, your opportunity to, you know, coach for the first time against your former team with your other former team. But as a coach now, what were some of the questions that you were getting asked in those first 3 seasons with Portland whenever the Wings would come to town? Are you getting anything different now that you're a coach? Is it different between being a player and a coach?
Well, yeah. I mean, there are differences, obvious differences, just game preparation and everything. As a player, there are other concerns, fitness, nutrition, rest. As a coach, that doesn't come into play. It's more about knowing your opposition and how to play against them, how to prepare for a particular team. Playing against Philadelphia, my first, I guess both times that we played in Philly as a player, it was very it was difficult because I'd spent so many years there, you know, and seeing that jersey coming at you was a different perspective. Two very emotional games for me, and we ended up winning those games. Last year, playing against Philadelphia, I didn't get to start, so it really it didn't feel any different than playing against any other team, to be honest with you.
Can you take us back just 3 years ago, 4 years ago, when you came out to Portland after you were traded from Philadelphia? Do you remember what it was like coming back to the Pacific Northwest and having to play for the LumberJax after all those years with the Wings?
Yeah, you know, it was fresh. What was happening in Philly, they were going through a transition with coaching staff, management, etc. And when the team isn't doing well, there's a lot of finger pointing going on. And it was, I mean, my main point, or my main reason for getting out of Philly was because of my father being ill back in British Columbia, and I couldn't move away for the season. I couldn't move to the East Coast and leave my dad in a hospital on the West Coast. So I requested a trade just so I could be closer to home. And I was very fortunate to be lucky enough to be traded to Portland, which was an expansion team that year. This was NLL City to Vancouver, where my dad is at. So it worked out well for me that way. But as far as leaving Philadelphia, it was I think it happened at the right time, because if I had remained, the team was struggling, and you know, who gets the blame? The goalie and the coaching staff. So it was good timing for me to get out of Philadelphia, because they struggled a few years after that.
We're talking with Portland coach Dallas Elliott, who will be inducted to the Hall of Fame in a week at the All-Star Game in Denver. Coach, how do you feel about Portland's season so far, what you guys have been able to do, rattling off 3 straight wins with a chance to get your 4th in a row right before the All-Star break?
It's exciting. We have the biggest lineup in the league, and for years we really didn't utilize our size. This year, we're making the oppositions pay for their chances. When you have the biggest lineup in the league, you definitely need to use your size to your advantage. And we're playing a very physical defensive game. I mean, we're giving up shots. But we're not giving up the shots we were giving up last year. And it's exciting to see our team be able to control or dictate what the other team does. That's the thing that you can do. And we have some big offensive runners, too. We got the Morgans out there. Peter Morgan's playing well for us. He's a big body. He's difficult to cover. And we have so many different weapons in the offensive end that no team can really focus on any one individual and say, hey, if we take this guy out, we're going to neutralize their offense. Well, that isn't the case with us.
Philadelphia comes in. They've put a couple of big wins together this year as well. What do you expect from the Wings, and what have you seen preparing for them this week?
They're a very athletic team. They push in both ends. They force you on defense. They'll play your way out to the boards at times. And then on offense, too, they play this cyclical type of offense. They cycle the ball around and look for that off ball outside shot, or they'll rip the ball from the outside. And the dangerous aspect of that is that they have 2 or 3 guys that can really put a lot of heat on their outside shot. So if they're getting partial screens, those are difficult stops for the goalie to make. So we're expecting a very athletic game, and they're opportunistic too in their chance.
We talked about your Hall of Fame induction, but next week you're also going to get opportunity to coach the West team, and your guy is in goal. Describe to us the evolution of Matt Disher and what he's been able to put together so far this year.
Well, Disher's a very good reaction goalie. He's a big man, and he can make saves. He makes saves. The ball just doesn't hit him. And I think with our defense, playing the defense that we're playing, we're forcing teams to make plays. And when a player does get open, more often than not, they're under pressure. They know they're going to get taped or they're going to get hit. So it's only going to help Matt's game as well, too. So he's a great goalie. He's really carrying the load for us in the defense as well.
Coach, it's time for great moments in Wikipedia history. I, too, am a Price is Right alum, and I saw on your Wikipedia page that you participated. No, now, I was a little different than you. I was in the audience. My buddy got on stage. Tell us a little bit about what it's like to be down there, because it was completely different than I had ever expected.
Yeah, I grew up watching The Price is Right, and I had a couple of classes where I had some spare blocks in school, so I would watch The Price is Right. And it looks like, at least through your television, it looks as though you're in a huge studio, but actual fact is it's a very small studio. And being in there with Bob Barker and then Barker's Beauties, it was in itself, just being in the studio was a cool experience. But getting called out was the first real moment in my life that I was scared to death.
Did you expect it at all?
I kind of half did, to be honest with you, because when we were there, California, Hollywood, they were getting heavy rains, and the weather was just awful. So everybody was dressed in rain gear and wearing darks. I dressed for California weather. I expected it to be beautiful and sunny, and I was the only guy wearing a bright Hawaiian shirt and looked as though I was ready to go to the beach. So I think I kind of stood out from the rest.
And I thought the weirdest thing, like the studio you mentioned, because it does look 4,000 times bigger than it actually is, was how long you have to wait and you sit on those benches. It's like a 7 a.m. to 4 p.m. process. Yeah, no, it definitely is a lengthy process. I didn't anticipate that either. They make you jump through several hoops to try and weed out the people that really don't want to be there. I don't know, but it was a long day. We had to be there at, I think, 5:30 in the morning to show the original tickets that we mailed away for, of course, and then they replaced those tickets with other tickets, and there are 2 different tapings. We ended up getting the later taping later in the afternoon. So, yeah, it was a long day. But it was a lot of fun.
But it was a lot of fun. Well, it was worth it.
What'd you win? Do you remember?
I won an elliptical trainer, which I put to good use immediately, and a set of dinnerware that I didn't think I'd ever use, but so I'm making good use of the prizes that I won.
Did you get to spin the wheel?
Yes, I did, and I want to say I believe the wheel is definitely fixed.
you got like 10 cents or something.
In 2 spins, I hit 75 cents, and the winner, I ended up spinning the wheel first. The second person ended up spinning 75 cents, and the third person spun $1. So I didn't get to make it into the showcase, unfortunately, but I did get on stage and win some prizes. It was a lot of fun. It was a great time.
Well, it's been a pleasure talking to you, Coach. 4 championships, 9 All-Pro awards, 2 MVPs in Champions Cup, and hopefully now you have an opportunity with Portland to maybe get a Champions Cup for the Pacific Northwest. We appreciate you taking some time at halftime for us.
Well, my pleasure. Thank you for having me on.
Dallas Elliott, good luck next week in Denver with the Hall of Fame induction.
Thank you.
A good opportunity to talk to Dallas Elliott. More important things as we return to live action. Rose Garden, start of the second half. Portland leading Philadelphia 7-4. You got to see the first possession by Philadelphia. Now Portland takes a stab at it. Still in goal for the Philadelphia Wings, Rob Blaisdell. And now Peter Morgan will pick it up. Fresh shot clock for Portland, and they'll lose it. Philadelphia will take it over. Just a minute into the third quarter, we'll get you a recap of the first half like we normally do at halftime in just a moment. But like I said, a good opportunity to talk to Dallas Elliott, guy who meant so much to both of the teams playing tonight. Philadelphia, 10 seconds to shoot. Shot Thompson, ricochets off Disher. Rebound out to Philadelphia. Fresh shot clock for the Wings, trailing by 3. Westervelt trying to work it over. Hits the boards behind the net. Miss Shannon falling in front. Disher, a nice save, as Shannon had Brody Merrill all over the top of him. The ball squirts loose, picked up off the turf by Brody Merrill. And coming the other way goes the Portland LumberJax. With 16 to shoot and a 7-4 lead. Shows how close that shot by Shannon was. Nice effort in front of the net. Portland back to work. Underneath, Jacobs smacks it into the pads of Blaisdell. Outlet to Sweeney. He'll bring it across half court. He works to his right, trying to find space. Rounds back behind the net. In trouble. Jones doing his work, the captain for Portland. Defensively, Iannucci, one of his rare shots, zings it toward, ricochets off one of the Lumberjack players, Tyler Codron, is out in front. Portland takes it away and will bring it upfield, leading 7-4. 2.5 minutes in to the third quarter. Portland and Philadelphia yet to score until now. Dan Stroop scores as he launched a shot from the top just inside the line and is able to get Portland an 8-4 advantage. Face-off controlled by Portland after the Dan Stroop goal. For Stroop, his 6th goal of the year. Portland leads 8-4, 3 minutes in to the third quarter. Ball rolls back behind the net. Fight for it. 3 Wings, 2 LumberJax. Able to come out with it was Blaisdell. Outlet pass starts the break for Philadelphia. Derek Molosky, a season high so far, 3 goals in the first half for Portland, as that shot there by Stroop just squeezed in over the right shoulder of Blaisdell. Back to live action with 12 seconds to shoot. Westervelt in front, diving, gonna miss the shot as he had got inside the crease. A turnover gives it back to Portland. Derek Molosky opened up the first quarter with a goal for Portland. Portland scored the first 5 goals of the game to lead 5-0 at the end of 1. Molosky 2, Jacobson, Powell, Peter Morgan, each with a goal for Portland in the opening period. Kyle Wales and David Mitchell would score 2 goals for Philadelphia in the first minute and a half of the second period. Cut the lead to 5-2. Corey Conway for Portland would answer for the LumberJax, cutting it back to 6-2. But then Merrick Thompson and Kyle Wales again scores. Made it at that point 6-4 before Portland would end the first half leading 7-4. Derek Miloski, his third goal of the first half. Now the count 8-4 after that Stroop goal for Portland. And Philadelphia offensively takes a shot, misses everything, no shot clock, doesn't matter. It's rebounded by Portland, and a whistle blows as a penalty going to be charged against the Portland LumberJax. And it'll be the captain, Pat Jones, heading to the penalty box. Philadelphia 1 of 3 on power play opportunities tonight. For Portland, that's their 6th penalty of the contest. We had Forget in for a major fighting penalty along with John Harrison. They tacked that onto a 2-minute roughing penalty. Brody Merrill's been in the box twice. David Morgan once for Portland. A power play opportunity for the Philadelphia Wings. Mentioned 1 of 3 tonight. 16 to shoot. Giles gives it up. Wind up Thompson down low. Misses. Rebound out to Giles. Fresh shot clock for Philadelphia approaching the 10-minute mark of the third quarter. Philadelphia trailing 8-4 in this interdivision game. Sandwiching, Thompson, screen shot won't go, just low, rebound out, fresh shot clock for Philadelphia. He'll go again. No, it's a pass. Westerveld almost hit the referee as it went wide right. Good possession on the power play as Jones is still in the box. Giles out front, far side. Philadelphia with 2, near side. You have Iannucci. That shot coming from the far side. Kyle Wales able to put it in. It's lightning quick. Disher didn't see it. Goes down low and scores. Philadelphia, their 5th goal of the night, makes it 8-5 on the power play goal. And for Wales, his 3rd goal of this game. Under 10 minutes to go in the third quarter. They will face it off. Won't take another 10 timeout. Custer comes out with it for Portland. As Harrison comes out for Philadelphia. 8-5. Portland leads with possession. 20 seconds to shoot on their clock. Live cam now. Miloski winks far side to near. Stops. Sideline. Uses a pick. Not a very good one from Peter Morgan. Swings it over to Ryan Powell. Downstream coming from Stroop. Working against Levine. Approaching the crease. Works it back to his right shoulder. 6. Ball is loose. Stroop picks it up. 4-3. They're going to bail and give it back to Philadelphia. Stop a play. Timeout on the field. Portland 8 and Philadelphia 5. 9:24 to go, third quarter. You are watching the National Lacrosse League on the NLL Network. Tonight's game is brought to you in part by wallu.com. Decorate your home or office with a life-size decal of the logo of your favorite National Lacrosse League team. Show your team pride with a team decal exclusively from Wallu. For more information, visit wallu.com. That's wall-u.com. And coming soon, decals of all your favorite NLL players. You can check it out at wallu.com. Philadelphia trailing Portland 8-5 on the second game of a West Coast swing that saw Philadelphia with a 5-goal victory yesterday at Edmonton, 14-9 the final, improved Philadelphia to a 4-5 mark. Coming tonight for Portland's first game in 3 weeks, as they had last a victory over San Jose on the 7th of February. 4-3 the mark for Portland with 3 straight victories. Defending to our left for the rest of the third quarter. We have 9:14 to go. Harrison got a screen, wanted to shoot, does not, backs it out toward the line, swings it to the far side. Philadelphia with 14 to shoot, down to 10. Harrison receives it there. David Morgan, the defense. You have
Brody Merrill and Stewart out there as well. Here's a swing over the top of the crossbar. Missed. Rebound with 2. Now 1. Effort Giles. He won't get it off. Has to yield it over to the Portland LumberJax. Philadelphia's offense got off to a very slow start. I think only 6 shots on goal in the end of the first quarter, but had a very successful second quarter, outscoring Portland 4-2 in period number 2. Now trail by 3, 8-5. Portland with possession and the lead. 8:33 to go in the third quarter. Miloski with 3 goals tonight, has it. Brings it back out toward the line. Peter Morgan also a goal. Shot, save, Blaisdell. Out in transition. Here comes Levine for Philadelphia. The defense trickles on for Portland, and Philadelphia will set it up with Ethan Iannucci off a right knee injury, 3rd game back for last year's 71 goal scorer, a single season record in National Lacrosse. He's to the far side. To the near side is Westervelt. He will shoot and score. Drew Westervelt, Baltimore, Maryland, gets his first goal tonight. And for the second-year man out of UMBC, Philadelphia, the first 2 goals of the third quarter, I take that back, get 2 goals here in the third quarter to answer the first one from Portland, have cut it down to a 2-goal deficit, the closest Philadelphia's been in this game since it was 0-0. Big tangle up as you watch the replay above for Westervelt. His 20th goal of the season. A little pushing and shoving between Cadron for Portland and Rob Van Beek for Philadelphia. The Wings will have it to our left. Under 8 to play third quarter. Trailing 8-6, but good momentum for Philadelphia in the second half so far. Giles missed it. Ball's loose. Richard Morgan tries to get it out. Still trying to pick it up off the floor. Does not go, and finally, Giles will bring it back the other way. The shot clock did not reset. Philadelphia has 10 to shoot. Wind up. Going back the other way. Shoved is Mitchell, who has a goal tonight. 6 on the year. Giles wide to the right. Didn't have a chance at it. Thompson will get it back, but the shot clock will expire. Portland will get it back with 7:24 to go third quarter. Six goals for Philadelphia tonight, 2 in the period. Kyle Wales, a power play goal, 5 minutes into the third quarter. His 3rd of the night. So Miloski for Portland, Wales for Philadelphia, each with 3. Westervelt, the most recent goal. Collision in the front of the crease. Ball squirts loose. Portland gets a fresh shot clock. Ryan Powell has a goal tonight. He has it, feeds it in. Campo can't handle it. He stepped on the line anyway with possession, and Philadelphia will take it away. 7 minutes to go, third quarter, 8-6. Philadelphia on top. Ryan Goff along with you, NLL Network, on this Saturday night. Appreciate you joining us wherever you are. Disher, almost a save, hit the right bar. Otherwise, that's a Philadelphia goal. Iannucci feeds it in. Westervelt didn't appear to know he was going to get it. Mitchell digs it out of there, swings it over the top. Here's a shot, it scores! Nice work by Merrick Thompson. His 8th goal of the road trip, 2nd tonight for the second-year man from Hamilton, Ontario. And the Wings are within 1 of the Portland LumberJax, trailing 8-7. Nice feed, Mitchell. And no help. The rotation was late there. Through the 5-hole, beats Disher. As Philadelphia scores their 7th goal on 33 shots, and that shot on goal gap is just closed. LumberJax have put 37 on Philadelphia tonight. Philly 33 on Portland. At one point, I think it was 21-6. So Philadelphia has done a good job attacking the net since the first quarter. That saw them trail 5-0. They're within 1 now with 6 minutes to go third quarter. Portland, a rough offensive possession here, will be taken away. Philadelphia is going to take a breakaway. To the left, you have Sweeney. This is Levine. He feeds it. Sweeney's shot hit the bar. Out to Philadelphia. They'll get another crack at it. Wow. There was all sorts of room to the right side of Matt Disher, but it hits the bar. Otherwise, Kyle Sweeney has his 6th goal of the year. Giles working with Sweeney. Near side, up to the top, shot down low, missed, rebound out in front. Ball still loose. Merrill getting shoved off. who comes out with it. Wales had a crack at it, still loose. Finally, Portland will come up and start the break. Portland up by 1. Stewart trying to make it 2. He works to the right behind his back, missed wide right. Long rebound, chased out. Tim Campo has it. 18 to shoot. Campo harassed by Van Beek. Ball is loose to the left side. Van Beek will get it. Philadelphia will control. Approaching 5 minutes to play in the third quarter. A good, eventful third quarter played between these two teams. Trying to get each their 5th win of the year. That's what will happen with a victory tonight. Iannucci out top with 10. Underneath, nice looking shot by Westervelt. Nice save by Disher. Outlet to Forget. He was in a fight earlier with Harrison. We'll bring it across into the Philadelphia zone. Smilovsky, he has 3 goals tonight. Doesn't have a shot in this period. We'll get back out to Forget. Help's going to come. They want to bring Conway in instead of Forget, and will do so. Conway will enter the zone with 7. Jacobs got free in front of the doorstep, diving a goal!
LumberJax goal number 1, Peter Jacobs.
Peter Jacobs, 11th goal of 2009, his 2nd of the contest. And Portland separates itself once again, up by 2, 9-7 with 4:22 to go, third quarter. Brody Merrill and Custer are going after Philadelphia. It pops out to Sweeney. Sweeney's going to go through traffic and then back it out wisely with 20 seconds to go. Philadelphia had closed the gap to 1, but now trail by 2 in the final 4 minutes of the third period. Merrick Thompson has played well in the second and third quarters. There's Harrison to Iannucci. Here's a low shot into the pads of Disher. Disher will fall on it, trying to dive into it for Philadelphia. It was John Harrison. Brody Merrill slowly brings it up for Portland. Derek Molosky comes out to help. This set will have Peter Morgan. In the middle, you have Rob Van Beek working against Morgan. He's running, centering pass, trying to tip it over. Cannot go. Ryan Powell gets it with 10. Out to Campo. And Conway has it there. Dumps it over to Peter Morgan inside. Oh, Campo was open. They don't get it to him. Powell with 3-2 will give it up. Campo in front. He'll have a shot. Bounces it. Skip will not go. Stops the clock. 3:19 to go, third quarter. And a timeout on the field with Portland leading Philadelphia 9-7. You are watching the National Lacrosse League on the NLL Network. You can now wear what the pros wear and play with the same equipment used by the world's greatest lacrosse players. And you can find it all in one place. Visit NLLProShop.com. It's your online home for authentic and replica jerseys, team merchandise, and the best equipment in the game, produced by Reebok. Visit NLLProShop.com and get in the game. 3:19 remaining third period from the Rose Garden in Portland. As the LumberJax and Wings separated by 2 goals, 9-7 Portland on top. After the 5-minute timeout, Portland will have possession. First quarter was rough for Philadelphia, but since then, the Wings have outscored Portland 7-4. Thanks to Kyle Wales, 3 goals tonight. Most recent goal for Philadelphia coming from Merrick Thompson. That's his 2nd goal in the contest. He had 6 last night at Edmonton. Portland will not get possession. Philadelphia does to open up after the timeout. Approaching the 3-minute mark. Westervelt has a goal tonight. Working against Codron to the far side with 12 to shoot off the screen. Westervelt, no, that's Giles in front. Skip shot won't go. Rebound out. Giles got knocked down. The ball will be chased out by Brody Merrill. The league's leader in loose balls will bring it across for Portland. Dump it in. Forget was in front, working against Levine. That wasn't Levine, it was Van Beek, who will now take it away and run that sideline, shaking his head as he was getting whacked by Forget. Sweeney held up Yeager. Now Sweeney breaks it. He's got an open shot. Just missed, and it goes out of play over the top of the glass. Philadelphia playing tonight without Jeff Schneider, their all-star in transition. But surprisingly enough, I don't think Portland has done as well on the face-offs as you would have suspected when you have your main ball getter out of the contest. 2:16 remaining third quarter. Battling Peter Morgan. He gets loose in front. Shot does not go, and he stepped on the line anyway. Portland trying to win a contest. I think they're 3-0 this year when they've had 9 or more players score goals. Tonight, 6 people have scored for the Portland LumberJax, which lead 9-7. Here's a shot, make it 9-8. Merrick Thompson falling to the turf, puts it past Disher, and with 1:55 to go third quarter, Philadelphia is back within 1. And for Merrick Thompson, what a memorable road trip. 9 goals overall between the two games in 7 quarters for Merrick Thompson. This one skips past Disher and cuts it to 9-8. Philadelphia trailing Portland, which now controls the faceoff and brings it across midfield. Good crowd tonight at the Rose Garden, filling the majority of the seats. A couple empty red sections, but other than that, one of the best crowds we've seen so far in 2009 on this Saturday night. 1.5 to go third quarter, and 10 on the shot clock for Ryan Powell. He spins back to his right, tries to dump it in. Richard Morgan getting everything he wants of Brenson Irwin. He'll try to last-ditch effort to beat the clock. It does not work, and Philadelphia will get possession and start it up the floor with Patrick Heim giving it up across midfield to Wales. He's been hot. Will he score again? Him and Thompson have combined for 6 of the 8 goals by Philadelphia tonight. Giles in front, gives it up. Wales wide to the left. Missed the shot. Rebound comes out to Yeager, who has played well tonight. The rookie with a goal to his name this year. Throws it away for Powell. Make that Jones, who gives it into the Philadelphia zone with Peter Morgan. You have Conway on the far side with the goal tonight. Stroop following up on the trailer. He has one, but it's been Molosky with 3, a season high. 38 seconds to go. Can Portland extend its 1-goal lead? Peter Morgan around the left side. Throws it toward the goal keep. Easy save on the 40th shot tonight at the net of Philadelphia. Ball is loose. Coming up to keep it away is Codron. So Portland will get the last opportunity of the third period. 15 seconds as Powell crosses midfield. Campo to the near side with 10. Molosky with 7. Molosky setting up, spins it behind his back. Now 4, now 3, up the top. Here's the shot. Oh, it's not going to happen. Unable to crawl it up was Conway, and the third quarter has expired from Portland. We'll take a break, come back as it's through 3, Portland 9 and Philadelphia 8. You're watching the National Lacrosse League on the NLL Network. Portland 9, Philadelphia 8, approaching the start of the fourth quarter. Philadelphia outscores Portland in the third period, 4-2. Have won the mid-quarters 8-4, but for Portland, leading 9-8, a positive sign. All four of Portland's wins this season have come when they're leading through three quarters. This game has seen a couple of high points for the Portland LumberJax. First time that they shut out an opponent in the first period since 2006. Ended in a Portland LumberJax victory over Edmonton in April of that year, 11-7 the final score. For Portland tonight, a 9-8 lead, getting goals from Derek Molosky 3 times. In that third quarter, however, only goals from Dan Stroop and Pete Jacobs. It was the Philadelphia Wings taking control as Merrick Thompson put in the final 2 of 4 after Drew Westervelt and Kyle Wales were able to put him in the first half of the period. For Kyle Wales, he has 3, and with Merrick Thompson's 2 at the end of the third quarter, he now has 3 as well. And 9 on the road trip to the West Coast. They played at Edmonton last night, a 14-9 victory for Philadelphia, which will control the ball to start off the fourth period, down 9-8. Ryan Goff along with you at the Rose Garden tonight. Should be a good final period. As head coach Dave Huntley for Philadelphia is 1-0 against Portland. Got the victory last year against this team in the Rose Garden. But Philadelphia's first shot there will not go. Merrill quickly across as a 3-on-3. Swings at Peter Morgan, will score. Peter Morgan, 16th on the year, second in the contest, had one that was reversed, or else he'd have a hat trick as well. 2 goals for Peter Morgan, but the Portland LumberJax into double digits, leading 10-8, first 30 seconds of the fourth quarter. Peter Morgan at the net scores. Nice work by Brody Merrill, too, to push that play up and give Peter Morgan the opportunity to score. Gets it past Rob Blaisdell. And now in front, Stroop approaches the net. Ball's on the far side. Now to Powell. There's a lane there. He should use it. He's getting harassed, falling, and he puts it up. Nice save by Blaisdell. Good work defensively for Philadelphia by Steve Panarelli. Tonight, 2 of 4 on power plays is Philadelphia. 1 of 4 is Portland with the extra man. As Portland continues the lead, as they have done all game. We're up 5-0 after the first quarter. With only 5 goals since, Philadelphia has put in 8, trailing 10-8. Missed shot, no new shot clock. Mitchell will have to dump it in. Nice block. That's the size advantage from Richard Morgan. Shot clock will expire. The thing that everyone fears about the Morgan brothers in the NLL, Richard Morgan at 6'8", David Morgan at 6'10", and Peter Morgan at 6'6", all products of British Columbia. So Philadelphia gives it back after the shot clock violation. Scott Stewart for Portland with 10 to shoot, approaches, shoots wide left, misses. Blaisdell doesn't go. As Peter Morgan has 2+ goals in every game this season with his second goal tonight. Custer comes out with it for Portland. Under 13 to play fourth quarter, Portland leading Philadelphia 10-8. A 2-goal advantage for the home team. Trying to keep their spot, second place in the West Division for Philadelphia. They're trying to get over, or back to 500 rather, this season. They'd be 5-5 with a win tonight. Powell shot on goal, easy save, Blaisdell. Throws it out to Kyle Sweeney. Checks his stick as he brings it across midfield. Philadelphia could use a goal here. Definitely could love to pull even before the 10-minute mark of the final period of regulation. Mitchell swings it near side for Merrick Thompson with 3 goals tonight. Thompson cuts it back to the left. 10 to shoot up at the top, not into the zone now. Giles feeds it inward. Going to work, spin move to his left. Harrison falling toward the net, will not go. Shot clock expired anyway, and now Harrison remains on the turf. We'll get up. Just kind of want to see what the outcome was. No, a penalty was called. And for the second time tonight, Pat Jones is going to head to the penalty box. Portland crowd disagrees. Fifth man advantage tonight for the Philadelphia Wings. And they may have a double penalty, sending both David Morgan and Pat Jones to the box. So a big opportunity, 5-on-3 advantage for the Philadelphia Wings, trailing by 2 goals with under 12 to go in the fourth. Get one here, and you're set up. Thompson playing catch on the backside, up front, over to the left side, in front. Disher will be beaten as the goal is scored by Westervelt. Philadelphia cuts it down to 10-9. The goal will release Jones from the penalty box. David Morgan will remain. And the third power play goal for Philadelphia cuts the lead to 1. Nice diving goal. Beat Disher to the left hand. Westervelt tonight with 2. Portland leads 10-9, but still are down a man. Fight for the faceoff again. With Snyder out, you'd think that this would be a lot easier for Portland to get, but now Philadelphia pops out with it. Van Beek circles the wagon, comes across to set up his offense. Power play unit on for Philadelphia, trailing 10-9. Iannucci, far side. Near side is Thompson with Wales. Wales with 3, Thompson with 3. That right side combines 6 goals tonight. Thompson gets it. He'll wind up to shoot for the tie. It does not go. Disher let it squeak by him behind. Roll toward the line. A little help coming from Richard Morgan. David Morgan's in the box. Brody Merrill on the PK unit. Forget subs out. Stewart in. Here comes Campo. 17 to shoot for Portland. Up 10-9 with under 11 to go, fourth quarter. Patient, just killing that clock, taking time off as Richard Morgan remains in the penalty box. He and Jones each penalized for the second time tonight. Holding call on Morgan, for Jones a hooking call, both coming at the 11:58 mark of the fourth period. So about 30 seconds remaining on the Philadelphia power play. They've scored once off it, now only up 1 man, trying to get to the right side. And nice work by Matt Disher, not allowing Thompson to catch up with it. And as a result, Portland will have an opportunity to run it down under 10 minutes to go and expire the power play. By doing so, they will keep Philadelphia at 3 of 6 opportunities tonight. Crowd applauses as David Morgan goes far side. Subbing in, here comes the offense. Full strength for Portland with 7 to shoot. Peter Morgan backing in like Shaq in basketball. Gets out to the front, Powell wide to the right. Philadelphia gets it outletted, and the whistles blow. I think we're going to get the under 10-minute timeout, and we will. Portland 10, Philadelphia 9, 9:41 to go, fourth quarter. You're watching the National Lacrosse League on the NLL Network. Attention Wings fans, your next home game is on Saturday, March 14th when the Philadelphia Wings host the Minnesota Swarm at Wachovia Center. Game time is 7:30 p.m. For tickets and more information, visit the team's official website, wingslax.com. That's wingslax.com. Portland 10, Philadelphia 9, 9:41 remaining in the fourth quarter. Ryan Goff on the NL Network from the Rose Garden in Portland, Oregon, as the LumberJax get 2 penalties At the same time, Jones and Morgan head to the box for a hooking and holding call, respectively. Philadelphia capitalizes, scoring on one of the two opportunities with at least a man advantage. The last one coming from Drew Westervelt on the power play. Just 13 seconds into the penalty. LumberJax led 5-0 after the first quarter, but that lead has evaporated to 10-9, and now Philadelphia will get it, working to the right in the fourth quarter. I was right about the crowd. Largest of the year, attendance-wise, at the Rose Garden tonight. And the 10th largest crowd in LumberJax history. 8,553 tonight to watch Philadelphia and Portland, and to possibly watch Philadelphia tie it here. Lob it over to A.J. Shannon. One-on-one. He has an opportunity. Swings it under. Hit the bar, and then Disher fell on top of it. Gosh, it was so close to getting there. Nice work by Tyler Codron to help out his goalkeep. 44th shot tonight thrown at Matt Disher. Looks like only the 43rd. Each team with 43 shots on goal tonight. Portland has saved just one more than Philly. Ryan Powell up top, feed. Peter Morgan was there. Stewart comes out with it on the deflection. 6-5, hits the bar as he shot it at Blaisdell. Save for the Philadelphia goalkeeper, and here come the Wings, trailing by 1. 8.5 to go, fourth period. Philadelphia trying to get back to 500. They would remain in fourth place in the East Division. Portland with a victory remains only a game behind Calgary, which was a 12-10 winner earlier today at New York, and improved to 6-2. 7 to shoot for Philadelphia, trying to find the equalizer. Throws it to the far side. Bounce shot won't go. Nice save by the left shoulder of Disher. Feet up, Brody Merrill. One-on-one. Will he take it? He cuts to his right and then pushes it to the far side corner. Over for Forget, and he falls trying to catch up to it. Here comes Philadelphia with Levine. Jordan Levine has found a bunch of loose balls tonight. Philadelphia on the offensive, under 8 to play with Mitchell, who has a goal. Trying to use the pick, almost fell to the turf, gets back up, regains his balance, swings it, nice one-handed scoop. Iannucci in front, spins to his left, and was called for a crease violation. Iannucci yet to score in this contest. Has 3 goals on the year. To Iannucci. Stroop in front. He shoots. Dan will score. A 12-year vet, Dan Stroop's second goal of the evening. For the second time, Portland has fended off a 1-goal advantage and has put it back to 2. 11-9 the count now with 7-9 to go, fourth quarter. Philadelphia wins the face-off again. And at the 7-minute mark, we'll go back to work, trying to then close it back to a single goal deficit. 16 to shoot for Philadelphia. Throw it deep into the zone, coming back up toward the line for Philadelphia. Nice screen. Here's an opportunity. Just missed to the right of Disher. His left side, right as you watch with us on the Jumbotron. Good effort by Westervelt. Would have been his third. Good deflection as for Disher, his 34th save tonight. Powell uses some screens, gets in front of the crease, will dive, and he will score. 11th goal tonight, or on the year, for Ryan Powell. But more importantly, a couple of goals for the LumberJax in the last minute. It was at one point 10-9. It's now 12-9. Portland trying to hold on for a victory tonight at home. Would be their 4th straight victory on the year after starting the season 1-3. Philadelphia gets the face-off again. Can they score this time out? As Thompson uses a pick at 15, cuts it back to his right, working his way in, trying to score over the shoulder, and it hit the crossbar. It may have actually hit Disher. It looked like it possibly hit the crossbar. Nice save either way. No goal. Now Merrill will receive it out, approaching midfield. Goes the all-star Brody Miller. Far side, whistle blows. They may call an illegal substitution, and Tara Keenan is lit up. Disagreeing with that call is last time Portland was at home against San Jose, several illegal substitution calls. Huge mistakes, and as a result, it's going to cost them a trip down the floor and put a man in the box. They whistle Conway, who will take a seat. So the 7th penalty, well, I take that back, the 7th power play opportunity for Portland, which has penalized 4 straight times to open up the second quarter, has been penalized 4 times since. So now 9 penalties with this, the 5th in the second half. I take that back, 4th in the second half, but 5th since Philadelphia rattled off 3 straight penalties. In front, shot, Disher pops it up into the air. Jump ball, almost squeaks toward the net. Fighting for it is Wales, and then a whistle blows as Wales will be whistled for the foul. Working against Brody Merrill. .5:29 to go fourth quarter. Will be even strength for about a minute and a half with Westervelt heading to the penalty box. On the illegal substitution, Portland already has Corey Conway. Interference charged against Wales. So Ryan Powell brings it into the Philadelphia zone. His team, Portland, up by 3, 12-9. Ryan Powell eyes the goal, swings it. Peter Morgan, shot, bounce, save. Nice work, Blaisdell, falling to a knee. Skip it out, nice sweep. Brody Merrill got in the way, trying to come up with it. Philadelphia is able to take it away. David Mitchell will shoot. Low shot, saved by Disher, and scooted out to the far side. Under 5 to go, fourth quarter. Final game before the All-Star break has Portland leading 12-9. Jacobs plays catch with Stroop. Excuse me, that's Molosky. 3 goals tonight for Derek. Stroop's on the near side, receives it at the top. Fighting in, tries to scoot it through, won't go. Nice save, Blaisdell. Rebound. Levine feeds it up to Heim with 4:20 to go. Philadelphia's got to start scoring quickly. Heim lost his stick, lost the ball. Popped out, kicked out. Richard Morgan. Forget's going to have an opportunity. Jones should have ran with it. Instead, here comes Peter Morgan. Forget stops as he realizes he lacks the numbers to keep going forward. 4 minutes remaining, and Portland leading 12-9. Stewart swings it back, across the line. Powell now receives it near side. Has 10 to shoot. Wales still in the penalty box for interference. Portland goes back, gets their 5th man. Whistle blows with 3:42 to go and a stoppage of play with under 5 minutes remaining. Portland has all of their guys out of the box. Philadelphia has 1 remaining, but only 11 seconds will be left on the power play for Portland when we return. Portland 12 and Philadelphia 9. You're watching the National Lacrosse League on the NLL Network. Following tonight's game, the next Portland LumberJax home game is on Sunday, March 29th, when the Jacks and the San Jose Stealth meet at the Rose Garden. Game time is 3 p.m. Come on down and be part of the Lumberyard. Tickets start at just $10. For more information, call 503-797-9739. You can also visit portlandjax.com. Back to action, 3:30 to go. The crowd getting on their feet as Philadelphia trails 12-9 with possession. 20 seconds remaining on the shot clock. As Philadelphia trying to keep it alive, will work it to the right side, left to right, and what a shot that squeezed it in for the goal. Falling to the turf, but getting it in is Matt Giles, and into double digits is Philadelphia, but they still trail 12-10. Good quick goal after the timeout, and to use that power play. Actually, that's a shorthanded goal, as Philadelphia was still in the power play. Portland was on the power play, Philadelphia had its penalty expire at the 3:21 mark. The goal goes in for Philadelphia at the 3:19 mark, and now Philadelphia may consider bringing an extra man on. Nope, just Blaisdell will get to the line of his zone. Instead, still 5-on-5. Philadelphia trailing 12-10, under 3 to play fourth quarter. Working with 13 seconds, trying to get that scoot shot. Rebound in front, swinging it to the left, but inside the crease was Kyle Wales. For Matt Giles, his first goal of the game, 16th on the season. Portland still with 6 scores tonight. Have had their 3 wins come when they've had 9 or more scores, but still lead 12-10 with 2.5 to play in regulation. Jump pass looking for Peter Morgan, missed the mark. Panarelli will check it into the corner. Fight for it. The ball gets away from the cluster. Blaisdell will go ahead and throw it over to Rob Van Beek, who brings it across midfield with 2:10 to go. Portland holding on to a 12-10 lead. Final 2 minutes of the fourth quarter. Screen. Thompson throws it over. Here's an open lane, tipped away on the shot from Giles. Portland gets the rebound. We'll be able to continue to take the clock away, but Stewart, make that Jaeger, couldn't come up with the ball. It's loose into the Philadelphia zone, and coming out with it, how did he do it, was Portland's Derek Molosky. Now to the turf falls Jaeger. Philadelphia whistled 30-second shot clock with 1.5 minutes to go for Portland, leading 12-10. The Rose Garden and the best crowd of the season comes alive. Stewart in the middle, trying to get away from the double team, pitches it back. Portland may just elect to run out the clock. Ryan Powell near side with 7 to shoot. 2-goal advantage. Ryan Powell chasing back, will lob it in as they use all 30, and off the floor will come Rob Blaisdell, as will be 6-on-5. Final minute of the fourth quarter, 2-goal deficit. Philadelphia brings in the extra man. Here's a shot. Iannucci, no, a pass. Thompson missed. Rebound opportunity. Philadelphia keeps it. 50 seconds to go. Thompson, he will shoot. Left side, save. Disher. Brody Merrill, he has an open net. He brings it across midfield. Goalkeeper's trying to get back on. Blaisdell does. Shot is deflected. Blaisdell dove, and whistle blows. Possession's going to go to Philadelphia. Clock freezes with 38.8, but people are starting to pack up as Philadelphia may be staring their 6th loss of the year in the face. Portland would improve to 5-3 with a victory tonight. Timeout called for. Portland 12 and Philadelphia 10. 38.8 seconds remaining in regulation. Ryan Powell, his latest goal. 2nd of the night for Powell, as we've seen that shot a couple of times by both teams, diving through the crease to get it in. Final game before the All-Star break. Ryan Powell's goal preceded the one from Giles, and then moments later, Stroop getting it out in that corner. Here comes Conway, and it would be a tip-in from Molosky. One of 3 goals scored by Derek Molosky tonight. 3 goals for Merrick Thompson. 3 goals from Kyle Wales for Philadelphia. 3 from Molosky, as we mentioned, and then 2 apiece from Peter Morgan, Dan Stroop, Ryan Powell, and Pete Jacobs. 2 tonight from Drew Westervelt as well on the Philadelphia side, but time is running out. Philadelphia will have to go the length of the field. They already can set up the 6-on-5, and charging across midfield will be Westervelt. Swings it to the far side. Philadelphia send out Thompson at the top, swings it back. Here's a shot, deflected. Giles was looking for the score. Loose ball, squirts out to Thompson. 23 seconds to go. Shot, nice save. Disher blocks Wales, and out comes Portland with possession. They should be able to run out the clock. Throws it all the way over to the Philadelphia end. And so now Thompson will charge it back. 8, now 7. Shot, another save by Disher. His 45th save of the night will close this one out. Portland gets the victory and improves to 5-3 on the year. We'll head into the All-Star break above 500 and will only be 1 game back of the Calgary Roughnecks in the West Division, getting a 12-10 victory tonight behind 3 goals from the veteran Derek Molosky.